Black Women Gods Gather Atlanta. Black Women Gods Gather Atlanta. This is a pioneering thing. Most of you have probably never experienced such a thing. This is moisturizer all that has not been fully moved through my hair. I'm just looking at it like, Naima. And it's time to wash as well. So I'll be talking about two things today. Black Women Gods Gather in Atlanta, March 2024. And speak. I'm going to start with Black Women Gods Gather Atlanta. Again, Black Women Gods Gather Atlanta. There is a power that we have. We know it. This is not anything new. Okay. And I'm going to be very mindful of my words because I know what's going on underneath, background, and around this thing. Okay. All the unseen of it all. And I give so much thanks, gratitude, and deep reverence, like true bowed down reverence, such humility to get to this place. I'm already feeling like this is going to be beyond 15 minutes, my usual window of time. The reason why the opening for God Power Live with Naima is this. This is God Power Live, where Black women gods come to connect with their likeness and refine our emotions. I know this is online and it actually happens in practice with us together working, right? The reason why I deliberately chose that, and it's not like I just chose it because I wanted to choose it. My chief job is to be available to really birth what needs to be birthed. And to actually be used is a very humiliating experience. What do I mean by humiliating? You think you're doing something, you think it's right. Now, desires are in you, and your job is, right, you're using your cognitive function to move forward. But the real essence of it all is the oneness that is inspiring you, and all the darkness that's in the way of each and every one of us really being used and humbled to really be available, truly. Because when you're truly humbled, like all your preferences are out the window, all your feelings are out the window. You know, because I'm mad, because just all the emotionality of hollowing yourself out of all your shame, all your insecurities, and really transforming them and alchemizing them so that you actually get the wisdom that all of them are there to give you. Thank you for those hearts. Hello, hello. Thank you for the compliment. I can't see your name. So, just a little bit about what it's taken me to get here. And, oh, God, my heart intent is that Black Women Gods Gather Global around the world becomes the home where it doesn't have to take you as long to be available so that you can really steward your mission. Good morning, Linda. Because I know this beyond all, I know it abundantly clearly. If I know nothing else. Ooh, child. Ooh. Is that when more of us dissolve the trauma in our wombs, when more of us drop all of the Black identity, everything that it means to be Black, when we have the courage, the real courage and commitment to confront ourselves alone and in the presence of others so that we can stop running from life, stop hiding behind a feeling, stop being controlled by our own emotions, stop existing in this place of, I want so much more. I know this is for me. I can see my vision so clearly. I can feel it so deeply, but I'm frozen. I'm stuck. I just feel like I can't. Every time I go try to take action, I sabotage and I just quit and then I just get overwhelmed and once we do the alchemical work to dissolve that as black women gods, I want to be clear, 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 clear. The original woman, the original woman, the woman who, let me be careful here. And that you become so humbled within yourself, regardless of what it looks like on the outside. Okay. That you become so humbled inside of yourself that you can interact even with people who you can feel they don't like you. You can feel their discomfort in your presence. You can even soften them because you don't feel triggered by their trigger. You don't feel the need to prove anything because of what they think and feel and see. You can see things about them that they don't see about themselves. And in that, you can start to influence things from underneath, from behind, or whatever you decide to do. You can stay away, whatever. But that you're so resolved within yourself because you're not controlled by, oh, the evil eye, and what are people going to think? And I don't want to look weak, and because women are like this, and I'm scared. Everything you do to stay out of anything that feels foreign, unfamiliar. Oh, because the Bible. I had such a powerful conversation with a woman yesterday who talked about being raised Baptist hardcore. And she bought Shadow Gold. And I was asking her about, how'd you find me? And, getting to know her. And she was like, actually, Naima, honestly, I've been following you for 2 years. And when I first saw you, I was just so bothered. I was just, she didn't use I don't know what, if she said bother, but it was some form of, she said I was bothered. I didn't, you know, and she was like, it has taken me some time to realize how much, she said that the CHURCH is keeping us, uh, uh, she said, broke, busted, and disgusted is what she said. Broke, busted, and disgusted. And the level of value that I have gotten from your free content. And I was telling her how over the years, so many women, there's one woman right now who's inside of the workshop. This is a woman who came around, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, had all the emotions that I'm talking to you guys about. Just all of these women are powerful women. I have so much compassion because this has been me. I know what it looks like and feels like. That's why I give women so much space in my space. I give you space to get it wrong, make mistakes, you know what I mean? Do all the things you do to test, like because I used to do the same thing. And you're only doing that stuff because you're scared. When you're truly in power, you don't need to test nobody. You don't need to trust nobody. You don't need to put up no protection. You don't need to pray before you go into a meeting. You don't need to put up no white light. And all of these things that we do, that's all rooted in fear. It's all rooted in fear. The power that I'm getting you to at Black Women Gods Gather makes you the force that I know that we are. And your heart and your womb and your PUSSY is activated. I'm talking about real divine feminine energy. Real divine feminine energy. Real. Most people do not know what it's like to be in right relationship with the divine feminine. I don't care. You could be married, you could have kids, you could have all of the things that appear. But divine feminine inside of the original woman who has the seed in her for change, this is a very different being who has very different standards and requirements. That's why the women who are coming to me, like the woman who I talked to yesterday, she said she even asked her husband, like, will you accept all of me if I'm a powerful woman? This is a woman married, happily married for years. This is so much bigger. I want all of you to know, for those of you who come inside of Black Women Gods Gathered, this is so much bigger than you and I. You are part of something profound. We are alive at a time like this where I can even do such a thing. Do you know how hidden and much more coded I would have to talk and speak and be 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 500 years ago? And I'm still like spelling things out because these platforms, I got a message from Facebook this morning that another one of my videos cannot be monetized because I'm in there talking about that power. Divine Feminine is whole, whole. She is whole. And so many men, their fear is, well, what do I fit in this? If you're so powerful and so all, where do I fit in? And see, that's again fear driven. Get into the conversation. I'll tell you exactly where you're needed. We need you to do a lot. I need the right divine men to do a lot, a lot that I don't want to do, a lot that I'm not ideal for, a lot. And as this woman, I'm telling you about who bought Shadow Gold yesterday, I said, what I love about married women, the original woman who's coming into her power, is that her man will get to know the divine feminine through her. He will get to know through her. If she remains true, he will get to know the divine feminine through her, and he will become his greatest as a result. This is large. This is profound. And we can do it. We will do it. And Black Women Gods gather. For the original woman is home. It is home base. So our place in Atlanta is secured for March. I'm not going to go. I feel like I want to nest with it some more before I start talking details and all that. Thank you for those chocolate hearts, whoever that is. Who is that giving me those chocolate hearts? Um, we need a lot of money, a lot. I spoke with a woman yesterday who potentially could be the one who runs Atlanta. She could potentially be the one who runs Miami. And we will have hubs all over the world. We need a lot of money to do this. So just be prepared. If you plan to make this your home, you will be investing. You will be investing. And it is towards something so much bigger. So for you to be even begin to express your interest, if you haven't already, there's a link in my bio. And in that link, there are 4 options. One of those options is Black Women Gods Gather, global, okay? And you can enter your email on that page. So as information is released for all the cities, any and all, but starting with Atlanta in March, the dates are already secured. We're going to be meeting several times in Atlanta, not just one time. We're going to be meeting several times, doing a variety of things mid-March. And so to express your interest in getting details, you can go to the link in my bio, click it, and enter your email on that page. So as details become released, you will receive those. And then we could also have a conversation if you'd like to have a conversation about you committing to being a leader for that location. So wherever you are around the world, if you'd like to be a leader for Black Women Gods Gather, go ahead and put in your phone number, email, and I'm happy to have a conversation. Okay? So that's that about Black Women Gods Gather. Now, moving on to talk about speak. Speak. Thank you for all those red hearts now. I see the red hearts. Speak. So we are meeting next Thursday via Zoom for those of you who are speakers. Hey, Marilyn. Hey, Afro. Hey, Air Goddess. Hey. Hey, Derek. Hey, y'all. Raymond just came in. Hey. I'm feeling y'all love. I feel it. Like I literally feel it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Word. So, one woman who signed up for Speak yesterday, she is really committed to um, uh, business owners, us, really building wealth through our businesses. And she has some powerful topics that she's eager to discuss online. And she's like, even when she talks lightweight about things, people start getting all glitchy and trippy. And um, one of the things that we'll be covering if you are a speaker. So, what I'm getting ready to talk about is speak. If you are a speaker, a coach, a leader, any other kind of transformational expert, or you're working to become a transformational expert master in your domain, and you're ready to use TikTok to blow up, right? Your version of blow up, you know? So, whether you're brand new at TikTok or you've been around but you're ready to increase your viewership, but before we get into the practicality of creating content, you have a fantastic day too, Derek. Before you get into the practicality of creating content, you want to deal with your own fears. Okay, so we're going to be coming home to the body, and we're starting next Thursday inside of Speak via Zoom. So before I go into, when, where, what, all that. So Zoom is a 3-month experience for you to come home to your body and to resolve a lot of the fears that has you in the way of moving, not moving the way you want to move, not speaking the way you want to speak, delaying, procrastinating, and not knowing why. Or maybe you do have an idea of why, because oftentimes we do, but oftentimes it's deeper things that are related to what I've been talking about here today that keeps us scared and locked behind emotions and protection and all of that kind of a thing. Okay. So, part of what we'll be doing starting next Thursday is coming home to your body, and this is all the feminine way. This, ooh, honey, we coming home to the feminine. You hear me? The feminine. Okay? Cut to the feminine, cut to the feminine. And that's going to be a planning session we're going to have next Thursday. And that is going to prepare you to then have us start meeting. You're going to start taking action in December. December is now. But then we start meeting officially January 2nd. Okay. So essentially, if you know you need to come out of hiding or you're already out of hiding, but it's time for you to play bigger and to be able to discuss clearly your message, your clear message, we're going to be clarifying your message together. And also, you learning how to talk on TikTok. You notice how I've been talking here because these platforms are very sensitive, particularly to women like us. And when we talk clear and straight without filter, it ain't gonna work. So we need to learn how to talk in a way to still get through. Like you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. I can feel it, okay? And yet I'm not um, talking in the way that I would if I could just speak very blatantly. So that's a skill. You will learn how to do that. We're going to learn how to do that together. We're going to come home to your heart and dissolve the barriers around the heart. I mean, this is, come on. Oh, um, I'm so, oh, it has been such hardship. Look, it has been such hardship to get to this place. And one of the things that has made it so hard, and I don't want to get too far, is that practically no one knows how to meet us, how to see us, really see us, without feeling threatened, without feeling like we're better than them, without feeling like we need to be humbled, without uh, being like, what? Who are you? I really want to share this story because it delights me. It's just hilarious. And it's like you keep getting these reflections from people, and you're like, that is part of like, oh my God, this is more than I even realized. Oh God, what do I do with myself? And when you're like that, and you're alone, and you got a lot of shadowy, dark stuff in you, it's a high probability that you're going to spiral down. Um, I know I'm already at 8:23. Maybe I'll share that another time, just in the interest of time. So, um, 595 per month is the investment for the 3 months. So 595 per month for the 3 months is the investment for Speak. Okay. Um, your viewership is going to go up. You're going to study, as I'm studying, the practicality of hooks, of grabbing attention, holding it. Um, yeah, so that's the practical part. And then the part that makes the practical work more powerfully is dissolving, like I said, what's going on with your heart and what's going on down in your PUSSY area as it relates to trusting your body, trusting your supreme wisdom, and dissolving any shame that you have down, up, and through. Okay? Alrighty, I'm logging off of Facebook for now. I'm going to nest some more with Black Women Gods Gather. After the space was secured, um, I could just feel the real, like, and I was excited. I am excited. Soon after the excitement, it was like this realness of what's happening here, and I'm so available. I'm so available, and I want you all to be available for your vision. When I say available, I mean you're no longer at war. Yes, no, or for those of you who are already out of hiding and doing your thing, that you don't spiral in the plateau or hang out at the plateau because you're scared of really launching into the topics and ways of being that would, oh my God, So, the work that you'll be doing inside of Shadow Gold, you're going to get it eventually. You need that. Is a lot of the inner violence that is inevitable. I mean, we're dealing with that right now inside of the God Power Workshop. The inner violence, um, when you're on the receiving end of people's response to your power, when you have come up in a family with people who couldn't see you, when you have been young and naive and males saw your power and did things intentionally to destroy you, to cause confusion, to get you to disconnect from your supreme source, all of that, when internalized and pushed down and not dealt with, it creates a violence inside that you and you alone are required to resolve and to come home to your softness, because real power is soft. I know I get on here and I become animated and I start talking passionately. And if somebody has never seen me before and they see one of my clips, they could be like, that bitch. And I get it. It comes with the territory. Go ahead, right? And when you really resolve all that's in you that keeps you scared and hidden and procrastinating unnecessarily, you become full ranged to where you can express at any dimension at will. Uh, and most of all, it brings you home to the softness. So you can always source from that which is soft in you. You can always come home to it. No matter you have a bad day, something happens that you feel is horrible, like it becomes your home, your real peace, your comfort. And so I want that for you. You're going to have that. For those of you who come into the community, the family, and stick around, right? Versus like one woman who left because right, and at that time I wasn't focusing on emotional refinement when she came in, and it's been trial and error and watching like, wow, I didn't even realize I needed to teach women this. Yeah, emotional refinement. And it's not even teaching. I mean, technically, it's more so creating the environment where she gets to see herself. We witness her, we reflect back to her, and when she's really ready, she's going to respond. It's going to be a harmonious dance and it's going to work. When she's not ready, and it's like too much because there are degrees of power, and so part of my job is really meeting her at a power level that she can actually rise to or be with, versus meeting her like she can't meet power that's too, you know. So like that's a requirement, and it's a skill that all of us will learn because she wants to operate at this level, but all of her own ignorance and darkness and fear and self-doubt, it's almost like it's like it punches and keeps her out of so it's such a, this is why we need so much space, and why we're going to be meeting regularly. This is not just we meet one time, regularly. That's why in Atlanta we're meeting several times, not just one time. We're meeting several times and we're engaging in, and I'll talk about this more at another time after I nest some more, but you know, we need a lot of space to really fuck it up, but stay, not fuck it up and leave. Like fuck it up and stay. You know what I'm saying? Um, so it's just so beautiful, you know. And so for those of you who stick around inside of the community, you're going to become forces. You will become forces. And another thing that I love is knowing that, let's say you do live in Atlanta, and so you regularly are in our gatherings in Atlanta. But let's say you decide to visit Los Angeles. We have gatherings in Los Angeles, right? It's a wonderful. I plan to primarily be in Italy over time, right? I need to help build up all the around the world. But my hub, I plan for my hub to be in Italy. And so you want to come to Italy, boom, you see? Um, this has never been done, you all. And you are a part of something much larger. You are a part of something much, much larger. I'm just the vessel. I am. I'm just the vessel. And it's truly humbling. It's not even about, well, I want it like this. And, you know, and to get to that place where you truly let yourself be used, it's humbling. It's humbling. It really is. Um, and when you truly become humbled, you realize it's not how people talk about it. You know, it's a true honor. Actually, it's like deep, deep, deep fulfillment. Deep, the deepest, the deepest. And when you are the original woman and you have been called, and you know when you've been called, it's your way. It's your way to salvation. It's your way to everything that matters, that's significant, that makes your life complete. And then everything else is cherry on top. Good morning, Iro. Hi, Don. Okay, I'm on here now. The link to express your interest in Black Women Gods Gather Global is with the link in my bio. Great weekend.